Hi everyone, this is Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for joining me in my latest video. We have here a 12-year-old patient who attended with bilateral, fully occluding, dark, sticky and impacted earwax, and I'm just commencing with this their left ear first. As a child, they also had bilateral grommets, so ventilation tubes fitted to help with a condition called glue ear, which I'll explain in more detail in a moment. However, the grommets, one was kept getting blocked, I believe. The other one fell out. So as an alternative to grommets, the patient wore hearing aids to try and assist with their hearing, especially at that crucial early years where the patient's still developing and acquiring their speech and language. In the last year or so, they've not been hearing so well, and they're currently on the waiting list to see ENT, but that's anything 18 to 24 months at the moment, there or thereabouts, depending upon which part of the UK you're staying in. So they attended to see myself, and I removed the wax from both ears. This left ear was a bit tricky. The ear canal, you can see the flesh there just to the left of the suction probe, or just to the bottom of it actually. That's the second bend of the ear canal, and that second bend occurs about 1 centimetre into the ear. And after that second bend, the ear canal veers off to the left. There's a sharp left bend in this ear. Now, we all have, to some degree, bendy ears. Our ears are S-shaped or sigmoid shape. And the first bend in the ear, so the first of two bends, is about 0.5 centimetre into the ear canal, and the second bend is a further centimetre or so into the ear canal. So up to the second bend, that's the ear canal is made up of cartilage, and beyond the second bend, the ear canal is made up of bone. So you can always divide the ear canal into thirds. And so this is just trapped beyond the second bend on the bony portion of the ear canal. And in a moment, I actually stopped the procedure and I just showed the patient what I'm doing, or played back what I've recorded, so the patient's just aware, because especially younger patients, they're obviously very anxious. The first thing the patient asked when they entered the room was it going to hurt? And I just reassured them that they will feel me in the ear, but it shouldn't be uncomfortable, but if it is, to let me know. And so the patient's probably wondering, well, why hasn't it come out by now? And they can feel the pressure of the wax wriggling around. So I think it's just in a moment I paused and I just showed him back, and I was just explaining what we're trying to do, which really reassured the patient. So we're going to stretch the ear open in a moment, really just trying to straighten it and pull this through. I did try and use an ear hook, but inadvertently it pushed the wax plug back in. You can see I'm coming to that second bend now. So the wax plug is moving forward. So there's some dead skin coating the exterior surface of the wax. You can see that. It's going to remove that. So it is slowly but surely coming through, but just need a bit of a helping hand. So I thought an ear hook would be great. I can get in and behind. But as soon as there's just no space there, and you can see the wax plug's been pushed back in. So can't use forceps because there's nothing to latch onto and grab onto. A Jobson horn, you'll have a similar problem with the ear hook because there's just no space around the wax plug. When you've got a wax plug that's fully blocking and occluding the ear like this, it's pushed up against the canal wall, so it's hard to get things around in order to remove. So I'm just changing the angle of this wax plug. You can see I'm just grabbing it from the back part of the wax plug and sort of angling it down and forwards, and I'm using this little rocking motion. I've put some more olive oil medical grade spray in here to lubricate the ear canal. You can see it's coming away now, but there's still another plug there, so that was part of one large plug, but it's separated in two, and that's why it was difficult bringing this wax plug out initially, because it was an extremely large plug extending all the way to the eardrum. There's just some dead keratin here. We're going to peel away. It's not really significant, but patients here, let's get it out for them if it's coming away easily, which it has. And you're going to see that their left eardrum is slightly retracted. The eardrum's buckled inwards. At the bottom, opposite the arrow, you can see some scar tissue. That's the white patch of some calcification, some tympanosclerosis. But where I just where that arrow was, that's where the eardrum sucked in. So this patient is suffering from a condition, and it's chronic, I assume because they've had grommets before, from a condition called eustachian tube dysfunction. So behind the eardrum, we have what we call the middle ear cavity, and the middle ear cavity should be full of air. The air pressure in the middle ear should be equal to the air pressure in the outer ear. So when the air pressure is equal or thereabouts on either side of the eardrum, that's when the eardrum is most compliant, most mobile in response to sound hitting it. So to ventilate and make sure the air pressure is equal in the middle ear, there's a tube called the eustachian tube, which is a narrow orifice that connects the middle ear to the back of the nose, the nasopharynx. At normal resting state, the eustachian tube is closed at the back of the nose, but during brief moments in the day, and it's completely involuntarily, when we swallow, yawn or chew, the muscles either side of the eustachian tube contract, causing the eustachian tube to momentarily open, and that allows air to either enter or exit the middle ear to equalize the air pressure. And it also serves as a drain pipe. It allows fluid to drain out of the ear so it doesn't collect and get infected. So I'll come back to that in a moment. So this is their right ear, and this ear is severely retracted posteriorly, just above the arrow. That's part of the incus bone, which is the middle ear, the second, so the middle of the three bones. And there is some erosion there. That's the long process. It's not fully eroded because I can see stapes at the incustopedal joint where the incus joins the stapes, so there is some incus there, but the majority of the long process has been eroded. So when there's no air behind in the middle ear, all the residual air that's there has been sucked in by the cells, which causes the eardrum to get pulled inwards, and this is what's happened with this patient, and it's due to a dysfunctional eustachian tube. So they are on the waiting list to see ENT. The hearing should be better because we got the wax out, but no doubt there's still a bit of a hearing loss there. And I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Take care, keep well, and speak soon. Bye.